heart online. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights. Was I part of your design? Push me till I broke alone. No one heard my heart explode. It's a suicide dive, just knew when you die and question everything you know.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to an exciting night of racing here on the Green Flag Racing Network. Tonight, the Mystic Legend Car Series heads to round 4 of the season as we take on this fast, challenging confines at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway here in California. After 3 thrilling rounds to open the championship, the battle for the title is beginning to take shape. Every race is becoming more important, every point more valuable, and every lap more intense. With drivers looking to build momentum or turn their season around, expect an all-out fight from the drop of the green flag. Kern Raceway is a driver's track. It's multiple racing grooves, high corner speeds, and demanding tire management create the perfect recipe for side-by-side racing and dramatic finishes. Drivers will have to battle patience with aggression, knowing that one perfectly timed move could be the difference between victory lane and disappointment. Who will add their name to the winners list? Who will take a big step forward in the championship standings? We're about to find out. From Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway, this is round 4 of the Mystic Legend Series, and it's coming your way now on the Green Flag Racing Network. Good evening, racing fans, and welcome here to sunny California. I'm Robert McKay. Alongside me tonight is Colin Grace. Colin, it's great to have you back in the booth, and I'm excited to watch these cars rip around here tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be back finally. I've been away from the commentating side of things for quite a while, but it's nice to be back to watch some racing. I'm quite new to watching Legends, so this should be an interesting race. Yeah,
these Legends cars put on a heck of a show, and so do these drivers. Let's take a look through the starting grid here. But we've got 17 cars. We're going to start out here on the front row. Andrew Schroeb gets pole here in California. Adam Holson right next to him. Luke Barnes and Alex Young, row number 2. Elijah Maupin and Dominic Rossi, row number 3. Jonathan Ghiarchi and Travis Bennett, row number 4. Ryan Hubford, Brandon Willard, row number 5. JT McNulty, Dave Billings is row number 6. Steven Addison and John Ullman, row number 7. Chris Taylor and Brad Collier, round 16 and 7. Wow, I can't see. 15th, 16th. Dylan Bremley, Devin Lyons, Nicholas Walhorn, and Lauren Vincent round out your 20-car field tonight here from Kern Raceway. So we look through the field tonight. One driver that is on obvious watch tonight is going to be, I'm trying to find him here on my timing tower, is going to be Brad Collier there in the 28. He's been fast, obviously. Absolute domination to start out the series. I mean, winning, I believe, yeah, the first 3 races in a row for Brad Collier. Definitely going to be one to look out for tonight.
I'm interested to see tonight who is going to figure out the optimal line here right away, because obviously Legends ovals are very short and most of them are usually that one groove trying to hug the inside line, but I'm curious to see if anyone can make a different line work out here and try to find some speed somewhere else on the track.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. We got 20 drivers here tonight. That's a lot of cars around such a tight track. I was just at Nashville Fairground Speedway this weekend with my grandfather and my dad. Now, my grandfather hasn't seen a Legends race in years, and I said these races go one of 2 ways. They're either amazing races, the best racing you'll find all weekend, or wreck fests. Then there's no in between. So let's see what these drivers can cook up tonight here, coming through turn 3 and 4. The green flag flies here as we're racing here in the Golden State. As one driver already around in the back. It's going to be Dave Billings, and the caution's out already. The pace car didn't even stop.
Well, it really didn't take long. From what I'm saw there, it looked like just getting on throttle right there in the restart. Or the initial start, sorry. Looks like he just got on the throttle and spun out. Let's see here with the replay.
That's going to be... It's going to be the 12 there. Is that the 12?
I believe
that's the 42. The 42 of Dominic Rossi. It's right on board here. Yep. Just on the throttle way too early. See the 14 getting spun around trying to avoid. And brings out the first yellow of the night here on lap 1.
Immediately, this is going to be a bit of a flag to the other drivers, just to say you gotta be careful on those restarts, because with most oval cars, I feel like it's really easy to spin the tires on the first couple starts, because your tires are still going to be cold. So let's see if they can keep it clean here on this next restart and get some racing going.
Yeah, absolutely. You factor in a warm track here with very cold tires. A lot of drivers in practice spinning out. Obviously, these drivers still trying to find their rhythm here around Kern Raceway. It's not a completely different track like we had at Lime Rock 2 weeks ago, but it's still different from the other 2 ovals we've been at. Just drivers still trying to figure out the groove and the rhythm here. As we're back racing, everyone keeps it straight there coming into turn 4. Got a side-by-side battle for the lead here. The 02 and the 69 as the caution's out. It's going to be Dominic Rossi once again. Rewind the tapes here, take a look at the replay.
Let's see, so he's already on the throttle. Oh! Hit that curb, that little blue curb you see there on the inside. As soon as the left front hit that, it just sent the car around.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with how low to the ground these cars are and how stiff the suspension is. Those turtle bumps there heading into 1 and 2 and in 3 and 4 really upset the car. You see the entire left side of that car pick up off the ground. And it brings out yet another caution. That 42 is struggling to find his rhythm. And it's hard to find it, right? Especially when there's so many cars here out on the track and you're kind of fighting towards the back. You have 19 other cars ahead of you that you have no idea what they're going to do, right? It's like trying to drive down the interstate during rush hour, right? You have no idea what everyone around you is doing. So it's hard to kind of find your rhythm. It's the same thing here in racing. You see a lot of wrecks happening towards the back of the pack. Drivers getting frustrated, right? That they can't find the rhythm, that they're making these mistakes. It's kind of just the domino effect.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Even as a driver myself, there are plenty of times where if you keep getting these early back-to-back cautions, it's hard to really get focused and get in a rhythm. Coming out of 4 this time, we are going green again. Let's see if we can keep it clean going into turn 1. Side by side, there's a bump there on the inside. Contact.
16
over the curb.
And a 69 getting shoved all the way down to 4th. Got some bumping and grinding here for the lead. Adam Olson, Luke Barnes, now your battlers there for the top spot. You see the 69 and the 01 here duking it out. This is for 3rd. See the 66 overshoot the corner a little bit, trying to see if he can't get to the inside. 99 goes around, gave it too much throttle, and the caution's back out.
Immediately there, we saw going into turn 1 on the start, just side by side, bumping, banging. These guys are ready to get going, and we're under caution again. Just, it's hard for drivers sometimes, just like I said earlier, staying under these cautions. You just want to get going and get in that rhythm. But if you keep getting cautions like this, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look here at the start. I want to see what happened here at the 69, because I know I cut away from him. Yeah, you're going to see he gets a... Let's get a blimp cam shot here. Yeah, you're going to see there the 04 gives him a bump and upsets him coming into the corner. He almost spins out, but he saves it, then stacks up the 66, and the 01's able to get around him. Take a look here at the cause of caution. It's going to be the 99 here, Brandon Willard, in about a lap. It's right on board. You're going to see he has a really shallow exit, trying to keep it glued there to the bottom. Is going to hit that turtle once again, like the 42 of Dominic Rossi did, and really upset the car.
Yep, similar incident, just hitting that curb there on that inside, upsetting the car too much. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. That's probably going to be a big trouble spot tonight. Drivers trying to find that little bit of extra racing room and gain up on that curb.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the biggest job as a racing driver, right? Is to find every inch of track and every second that you can. As the green flag flies once again, you're going to see side by side for the lead. That 04, the 69 hits the turtles around in front of the field, but we stay green. What avoidance by the field here, avoiding that 69. You're going to see, I believe that's the 24 of Devin Lyons. See the 28 of Brad Collier stuck in the infield, trying to get this thing back around as the leaders pass him. Got a battle for the lead heating up here. We're going to see the 04 dive down to the inside of the 02, side by side.
Ooh, almost contact. He's going to make it stick there on the inside. Coming up on a lap car already. The third gonna try to split. Oh my god.
The 24. The 24 runs wide and pushes the 02 all the way down to 3rd. The 01 capitalizes. The 38 gets spun. The 34 gets spun around here at the bottom. Keeps it straight and green. He's going to dive here to the inside of the 9. Got 3 wide just ahead of him. You're going to see slight contact being made once again. We got a hornet's nest here for 12, folks. Oh, hard in the wall. I think that's the 14 of Dave Billings bounces off the wall. As that kind of hornet's nest settles down a little bit, they all get back in line. Colin going back to the 02 of Adam Holston, who's now down in 7th. How frustrating does that need to be? You're trying to battle for the lead, and a lap down car just completely ruins your race.
I mean, it's never fun, because it's usually most of the time, yeah, you're not going to be in control of what the lap cars are going to be doing. As you see 3 wide here in the turn 1.
What a move there by the 02.
The 02 getting through there nice and clean on the inside. But yeah, it's always hard trying to race lap cars, because you obviously just want them to get out of the way and let you through, but they still have their own race they're trying to run. So you got to find your way around.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to put your head back up and keep going, because you can't let something like that ruin your entire race, because there is still 35 laps left to go here at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway. See, 30 around. That's JT McNulty right in front of the field. Hard into the 17. And the caution flies.
I was about to say, I don't think that one's going to stay under green because he could not get off
17! Spun around by the 21.
Another hit under caution.
I'm not sure if that was an accident or maybe some intentional wrecking. I know tempers have been flying the last couple weeks. Drivers are starting to get frustrated with each other, which is common, right? We're 4 races in. You kind of get to know who's who and how this person drives around you and who you like and who you don't like. Take a look at the replay here. You're going to see just cooks it into the corner and sends it into the 69. And then the 17, nowhere to go. Let's ride on board here. You're going to see he has nowhere to go. He slams on. See the 30 there. I want to see what happens here with the 21 and the 17.
See, to me, that definitely looks like an accident. I feel like the 17 just didn't realize the car was coming up behind him, trying to drift it up.
That's what it looks like here. Let's ride on board here with the 21 of Chris Taylor. Let's take a look at his wheel movements.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that looks... Yeah, he's trying to hold the wheel straight right there, it looks like. So, from my perspective, it looks like he's just drifted up the track and they made contact.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think. See, no driver there. If you see them jerk the wheel or whatever, you know what I mean? That's obviously wrecking. None of that, just a racing incident. It's really easy to do, especially after a wreck like that. You're not really paying attention, right? You're thinking about what just happened or whatever. See the pace cars off here, coming into the restart zone. Luke Barnes leads the field to green. You see, he gets almost a car length there on the 01, but he gains it back. Spin in the back. 17.69 in the 30. We stay green, though. You can see the 69, the 30 now racing. These drivers have both been involved in wrecks in the last 10 laps and gets themselves caught up yet again. So next caution, we'll take a look at that replay. But right now, we got a battle here for third. Adam Holston making his way back up through the field after getting pushed wide by Devin Lyons, who is now out of the race. You can see he's trying to make gains here on Elijah Maupin in the 66. Having a great run here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Kind of an underdog, in my opinion. Hasn't made too much noise in the first 3 rounds. And now leading here, leading over Adam Holston for second.
See, the field here is finally starting to get into that single file line you expect to see with this kind of track. See more tire smoke out there. There's a car in the infield there rolling against the
34.
34 car.
The 34 Slim Chickens machine there. John Ullman gets loose and spins. We do stay green. Battle for second heating up. You see the 54s around.
Caution's going to come out for that one. Similar spot as a lot of the single car instance today, coming off of the corner back onto the banking of the main oval. So we'll have to see in the replay here if it's a curb or if it's a throttle thing again. Coming around 3 and 4. Yep, ran the curb.
Yeah. And we see the leader starting to approach him. I think that's why they threw the caution. Let's take a look here at the wreck here with Dylan Brumley, Lauren Vincent, Andrew Shub, and JT McNulty. Yeah, you're gonna see this starts with the 69 and the 30. You're gonna see the 42 of Dominic Rossi. Shove the 30 into the 69. That sends them around. And then the 9, Lauren Vincent, not involved necessarily See him getting backed into right there, just hard on the brakes. So it's right on board. See, this wreck happens in front of you. Great avoidance there by slamming on the brakes.
Just got backed into a little bit. So that 9 car is probably going to be completely fine here. Honestly, most of the cars there are going to be okay. Not too hard of hits. The only car I think we've had a meatball flagged on so far was the 17 of Dylan Brumley, but he is back out running again.
Yeah, absolutely. These cars are durable, right? These things are meant to be thrown around and raced and bumped and banged, right? These are one of the stepping stones when you want to go to NASCAR, right? You do go-karts, and then you do bandoleros, and then you come here to the Legends cars. So these cars, oh, spin in the back, Dominic Rossi under caution. Hits the turtles even under caution. These bumps are proving to be tricky for drivers. Green flag flies once again. Luke Barnes gets that lead heading into 1. See him running a little bit wide there. Here's Adam Holston, though. Already up to 2nd. You're going to see the 66 lock it up. Actually, it's the 01 that locks it up. It's Travis Bennett.
Yeah, he had a bid lock up there. Able to keep it mostly on the track. Not going to lose too much time there. See now side by side here for 2nd. More battling out in the back of the pack. Still side by side, but I do want to make mention of our leader, Luke Barnes, consistently every time we get green is already pulling half a second to a second lead. He has already figured this track out pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. Luke Barnes already dominating here at Kevin Harvick's Kern kind of Raceway. See that Max Verstappen helmet on. We run on board here. I really do love this camera angle. It shows a really good shot of what that driver is seeing in that side mirror, what he's seeing behind him. This is on board Elijah Maupin there in that rowdy throwback, that Kyle Busch throwback. This is on board Travis Bennett. See the 0-2 of Adam Holston. He's trying to make his way around him.
Almost contact, it looked like there. They're just trying to put the pressure on each other. Oh, over the curb. The 0-2 is going to go around. That's probably going to be a caution here. Yes, there it is.
If I was a super late model driver, I'd be very glad that I'm running on the big track and not this, because those turtle curbs, man, they've been the epitome of every driver tonight. Take a look at the replay here.
I say sometimes it's not like you can see them. I feel like through the driver's perspective. Let's watch the 0-2 here. Well, the 54 jumped over it too, almost kind of falling him into it.
You see the 54 goes completely airborne. Look at that shot right there.
All 4 wheels off the ground.
See if the I think the 0-2 did that as well.
Maybe just 1 wheel.
Yeah, but you see it's a hard hit for that front tire going up into the body. The 54 hit it a little bit more square and got all 4 off the ground. See, also using the 0-2 as a bit of a bumper not to also go sideways, but does lose a lot of positions. See the 0-2 of Adam Holston now sitting in, I believe that's going to be 14th.
So as we discussed earlier, these drivers are just trying to find any speed they can, and obviously, with how small this track is, the quickest way around is right there next to those turtles. But if you hit one, as we have seen a couple times already, it really upsets the car.
It really does, and especially with just, again, how low and how sturdy the suspension is, it's really easy to upset these cars over any kind of bumper curbing. As Luke Barnes, yet another masterclass of a restart, takes the green, keeps his lead. See the 66 and the 01 battling side by side here for second. They're going to try to do something to topple the 04's domination. Got a spin in the back. That's going to be the 54 of Nicholas Walthorn.
Gonna stay green. He's able to get it righted and moving. Another car over the curb back there. It's gonna be the 17.
And the 42.
And the 42. We got chaos all over the track.
These drivers keep it straight, though, and we stay green. Although this is not what Luke Barnes wants to see, right? You expect, if you're a leader, to see lap down cars at least 10 laps after the restart, right? To me, if I was leading, that's like, I'm not going to see any lap down cars until at least 10 laps in. But we're 3 laps in, and you already see these lap down cars. That's definitely not good, especially when you have a 1.3 second lead over Travis Bennett, setting the fastest lap of the race so far. And then now there's an obstacle in your way.
Yeah, the best thing you do as a leader is just try to get through these lap cars without causing any incidents, obviously, but also just finding the quickest way through so you lose less time and the person behind you has to run faster to be able to catch you, even though you're still fighting through this traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. Already 3 seconds ahead. Now, here's the thing. Elijah Maupin, he is playing defense right now, right? I think if I was the 66, I'd be like, okay, there's no way I can catch the 04 Luke Barnes. He's got something under the hood that I don't have tonight, right? You see smoke coming in to turn 2. I think that's the 21 there. But you have the 69 right on your tail. So if you don't play defense, he's definitely going to pass you. If you play defense and sacrifice your chances at, oh, caution, 17 around, and the 69 ahead. Who's ahead here? I don't know if it's a 66. I think it's a 66. A lifesaver there. Ooh, and as Luke Barnes, I'd be livid right now. Because you had your rhythm, you're setting fast lap after fast lap after fast lap. 3.5 seconds in front of everyone else, and now they're right behind you again.
It's always gonna hurt, but Luke Barnes has been quite quick into that rhythm here. It's probably gonna be around 10 laps to go at the restart. I feel like if he can just keep the same headspace he's been in the whole race, he'll be able to keep that car out front and away from the chaos. But you see there's 17, Dylan Brumley having a bit of an up and down roller coaster kind of race right now, so have to keep an eye on a couple of these cars in the back. See if looking at time and scoring, I think we have 4 or 5 cars that are at least a lap down right now. Out of a 20 car field, that's not terrible, but that's just more traffic that our leaders are going to have to deal with.
Yeah, well, if they don't wreck or spin or whatever, you're not going to have to deal with them again to at least 10 laps. So as the leader, I wouldn't necessarily be worried about that. But if they spin, you know. So we're back green here at Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. You see the 66 dive in deep, sacrifices it there at the end. Now the 69 side by side, a gamble that didn't work.
And it's now going to be side by side for second and third. Bingham filing out there in the front, but you see the back of the pack is still very much Hornet's Nest here. You see the 81 and the 14 looks like side by side going into turn 3.
Slight contact there.
Yes. Looking for a move there on the inside.
81 around.
Oh, the 81's around. Don't know if anyone's going to hit him. No, everyone's able to get around him. Another caution going to come out.
And only take a look at the replay for that one. We saw it live. You see the 81 there just getting loose. It's a lot of drivers putting it on the throttle too early, spinning out the car. Really easy to do on a flat track like this, right? There's no banking to help you turn. It's all about your steering and throttle inputs. Especially going up onto the banking, right? You're going from a flat surface to a curved surface, and it kind of upsets the car a little bit. That's why you see with a lot of these kind of flat tracks, Kevin Carrick's Kern County Raceway is a little bit unique in the sense that the front stretch on the big oval is curved, right? It's banked. a lot of short tracks that we've been at, including Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, which you go to at the end of the season, they have a flat front stretch, right? A lot of the short tracks do. And the tiny tracks inside the short tracks use the front stretch and a little bit of the pit or whatever. And so usually it's just a flat quarter-mile oval. But that banking and the bumps in the corners have really thrown off the drivers tonight.
100%. It's always going to be a little learning curve when you're going to any track, really, because every track has its own little variations, its own little bumps, little spots that you might be able to find a little more time than other drivers, but it's just learning the track as you go and trying to figure out what works best for you.
Exactly. Oval racing isn't just turning left, right? I've said it a million times across all the series we've broadcasted here on the Green Flag Racing Network. Every track is its own challenge, right? Racing here at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway is not the same as racing in Talladega, right? You need to learn each track. As the green flag flies here once again, you're going to see the 69 here. 66 gets by him for second. Luke Barnes still has that great start, though, but the 66 is pushing hard. You see him get up onto the turtles, try to cut the track, get every ounce of performance he can get out of that 66 M&M's Caramel machine. See the Jim Beans machine, the 69. Got Candy versus Liquor here for second.
So I guess walking up there in the back.
Yeah, I mean, drivers just pushing it hard, right? They're trying to squeeze every ounce they can, try to get as many positions as they can. We got 5 to go here. And those 5 laps, if we don't have a caution, will go by very quick as we're only taking 14, 15 seconds around each time. See, the 69 overtakes the 66. The Liquor and Candy battle continues, and I guess whichever one you prefer depends on your age, hopefully. See the 01 Travis Bennett there in the Icy machine, trying to throw his hat into the ring. But Luke Barnes, man, what a night of domination it's been by him. He's just hoping for no more cautions to get us to the checkered flag. He's led almost every single lap tonight. The caution's out. We've got a lot of drivers around, a lot of smoke here on the back stretch. Or on the front stretch, my mistake.
You see another wreck happening coming out of turn 4 out onto the banking. So I'm going to assume maybe a curb hit, or we're going to see if it's throttle again. You see a car already around there. I believe that's the 30 car.
Oh, whoops.
Let's see here.
Contact.
Yeah, contact there sends him around right in the middle of the track. Don't know. Actually, it looks like everyone avoided contact there.
And the 9 going for a little off-roading adventure.
Yeah, it looks like it was just that spin there with him being right in the racing line. They had to throw the caution, which means we're going to, I believe, go into overtime, or we might just be right at the end of the race.
Yeah, the caution laps don't count. So we are 3 to green.
You understand? Okay, thank you. I did not know that. So it's going to be a real quick shootout here for the win. If Luke Barnes keeps what he's been doing the entire race, I say he's more likely to pull away and win this than any other car. But we'll have to see if anyone behind him has that little extra speed here at the end.
Yeah, can maybe the 69 of Andrew Shobe can topple it? Will the 66 finally get it done? The 04 needs a perfect restart and a perfect 3 laps. We're back under green as the field wrecks behind.
Oh, spinning there right on the restart. Can't really tell the car rolling backwards there. It's the 01 machine. Backwards on the restart. You got to re-rack them and try again. All these drivers right now just having to take a deep breath and just re-prepare themselves for what's going to be another shootout here.
You're going to see it's a stack up on the outside. I think it's going to start with, what is that, the 83 machine here of Ryan Hudford. misjudges the restart, hits the 0-1, which sends the 0-1 down to the inside, tags the 54.
Yeah, it's contact there. I initially thought it might have been a throttle thing again, but no, there's definitely a little bit of contact. I'm assuming the 83 was just trying to get the best possible restart he could, but just overshot it a little bit too much.
I'm thinking it's the same thing, you know. These drivers, he's very antsy, right? He wanted to get the jump. He wanted to gain positions. We only got 3 laps left in this thing, right? So he's trying to get every position he can and just misjudged it. It's common.
You gotta be thinking what Luke Barnes there in the 04 is thinking inside that helmet. Just thought he had it in the bag to just drive away. Had a good restart. But now he has to re-rack and try again and hope he can save that spot.
Yeah, absolutely. You're going to see him starting here in 6th. The lights, the sun's starting to set here already at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway. Pace car lights are on, but the track lights aren't on yet. It's not that dark. We're racing here in the beautiful sunset in the Golden State of California. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Again, the 04 is going to need a perfect 3 laps to walk home with the win. Let's see if he can do it. Green flag flies.
Back green going into turn 1. See if anyone behind Barnes has anything for him. You see 0-1 lose contact.
No,
Big
99.
wreck.
Multiple drivers involved. I think the 99 got air there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a very hard hit into the wall. We'll have to see if he can keep it rolling. Is going to be able to keep rolling. Big hit there. Someone got loose, it looked like, in the middle of the pack and collected a couple other cars. We'll have to see here in a replay.
Yeah, this is going to be with the 0-1 here. Let's focus on the 0-1 of Travis Bennett. You're going to see here gets loose on the outside, trying to save it. They stack it behind the 99. That's a hard hit. Let's ride on board here with the 82 involved again, or the 83. Let's ride on board. You're going to see him get loose. And then the 99. I think the 99 isn't expecting the checkup from the 83. You're going to see him stack right into it. I don't think he goes completely airborne. No, he just did a wheelie on his side.
Just up on 2 wheels, spins around. More cars involved. Looks like the 76 and another car there backwards.
34.
Yes, it's the 34 machine. Again, as we mentioned earlier, these cars are built strong and are made for this kind of bumping, so I'm sure most of the drivers will be able to keep going here. It's just, it's going to hurt you in positions.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, with how large this field is, and you lose this many positions, and with how little we have left, it's really hard to kind of put your head back up and keep going. But we've talked about this all night long. You got to do that. You cannot give up. Racing is racing, and it's not over until the checkered flag flies, or you're in the hauler. Either or, whichever one comes first. I think you're all of see the record, the checkered flag, or be on the record, and there's no in between.
Oh yeah.
Green flag flies once again. The 04 just wants this to be over. He can't make a mistake. You see the 66-69 battling here for second. They brake hard, trying to catch up. Caution flies. It's going to be Dominic Rossi.
Oh.
Sends it over the
curb.
I mean, that's completely airborne.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the replay here, see what happened.
Clean out front here on the restart. We'll have to see what happens to the 42. Just sends it way too deep into the corner. Spins it out. Great job by all the other drivers there to avoid him, getting it spun around, then hopping over that turtle.
I don't think his crew chief's going to be too happy about that little maneuver over the curb.
Struggles continue for Dominic Rossi in the 42. At this point, he's got to just be thinking, just need to get this car to the finish and call it a day.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, and that's the same thing that Luke Barnes wants to see, right? In the 04. It's been 3 to go for the last, 5-10 minutes? He doesn't want to keep restacking, because every time they restack, there's a slight chance that he'll get bumped the wrong way on the restart or whatever, and he could lose the lead and the win after leading so many laps. I said this many times, he's got to have a perfect 3 laps. Take 3. We're back racing here at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway. See the 14 really loose there at the back. He keeps it straight. The 66 around. He's going to keep it.
Front runners.
Yeah, the caution flies. Nevertheless, he had kept it off the grid, but race control throws the caution regardless. This has got to be frustrating for the 04 here of of Luke Barnes. If you were Luke Barnes, what would be going through your mind right now?
Let's just get this race over with, get it across the line, get her parked in the trailer. Well, I guess parked in victory lane for his case is what he's hoping for. But yeah, it's a big mental game, just trying to keep that focus of just keep the car clean, run my line, don't make any mistakes. But you got to think that 66 is not going to be feeling great right now, because he was one of our front runners most of the night, being able to stay on pace there with the 69 of Andrew Schob. But just a little mistake there, and he's going to end up way back in the pack. That's got to hurt.
Yeah, it really does, right? You've been running at the front all day. You've been doing so good. And with 3 to go, I mean, it's definitely unfortunate. Same goes for anyone who's at the front, really, right? The leader, the guy in fifth, right? It's so easy to make a mistake this late in the race and ruin an entire night's worth of progress. It happens all the time, and it's just unfortunate, but racing's racing. You're going to see we're going to stack them back up. Pace car comes back out.
Yeah, I was going to say it looked like there was a bit of a gap there. The field wasn't really fully caught up, so throw the pace car back out to try to get the field bunched up properly. We should be going green here really quick.
Yeah, the pace car just guns it down the front stretch. No need to even deploy him. Getting the pace car driver's pay worth. If you're going to pay him, at least use him. See, through the restart zone, we're back green. The 02 is back up to the front. He's going to try to sneak away with the win. You're going to see great launch there. Oh, 02, 01. They're involved in the wall. Commentator's curse, man. Commentator's curse.
Caution back out right away. These two getting together, going into turn 1 there. Just unfortunate. Still trying to get this race over with. At this point, I don't know what some of these drivers are thinking. Most of them, it's probably just, let's just get this over with. Some might be enjoying the cautions. A couple of the drivers in the back gaining positions every time a driver wrecks out.
Let's take a look at the replay here, figure out what happened.
See, good jump on the outside, but it looks like the old one's going to get loose on the bottom and make contact.
Yeah, let's right on board here. Here we go. This is on board the 02. It's right on board the 01 now. You can see him get loose over correct, and that's gotta be so frustrating as the 02. So frustrating. Again,
finally up there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and something out of your control again. He's gonna try to start his luck around later tonight in the super lates. In about 45 minutes. Lights on the pace car, back off. It's going to whip down to pit road. The 04 needs to get to the white. He needs to get to the white. He needs to make sure that we can't have another caution again. That the 69 can't have another chance to crack him. See the green flag flying once again.
Good
The 99 around. Oh!
Big wreck going into turn 1.
Huge wreck. See the 01 taking a trip down pit road. Got a parking lot in turn 1. I don't even know what happened there.
The 99 looked like he got towed back to pit road right as he spun. And was able to, I thought was going to be able to keep the caution from coming out. But then we saw that incident going into turn 1 there towards the back of the pack. We'll have to see what happened there.
Oh,
we have a car up and oh no.
Oh my god.
Huge incident.
It's very rare for a legend car to get airborne. See the 99 get loose, overcorrect it.
Big hit into the outside wall.
And then the 34 just pushing him along, makes contact with the 9. Oh, no. We need a ride on board for this one. Now, this is about, I don't know, 6-8 inches away from the driver's head, so this is a pretty good view of what he saw during this wreck.
Nowhere to go. Up and over. Oh, my God. Big hit there on the roof.
It's right on board here with the 99.
Yeah, we'll have to see here. 99, I believe, just got loose on that transition onto the banking like we were talking about before. Oh, no, there's contact. Yeah, there's contact with the car in front, which got him loose and sent around.
Now, that is something you don't want to see.
No, that is not something you want to see at all. We'll have to see if we can get an onboard for that 34 machine.
Yeah, this is also something you don't shoot. I keep doing that. We're gonna see here. I think we went back green under review. I'm trying to see here. Yeah, I didn't even notice that. We went back under green, under review, but we're back under caution. Oh, the 54 gets around.
A lot smaller instant there than what we were trying to review. It looks like just another hop off one of those turtles to bring out that caution. But yeah, that was a big wreck coming onto that restart. Car upside down. Multiple cars involved here. And we missed the restart, but order's about the same. You see one car got up there on the curb and spun around. We're going to just re-rack them and try again.
What, take 5, 6? Yeah, the 04, it's got to be so frustrating. As a 69, you're getting all these chances, and at what point is it, can I even beat this guy, given unlimited chances? Like, at what point does the frustration start to set in there for that 69?
It's got to be soon. I mean, he's had multiple opportunities now to try to pass. Great restart by both of the front runners here going into turn 1. I believe caution's out already. Yeah, we got a spin. The 01 sideways, 66 avoiding him.
Trying to figure out. Oh, the 02 got spun around. That's what was that's what brought out the caution.
Say, I saw the caution light there was on when we panned the camera going into turn 1, so we had to spin in the back, and then the 01, I think, just either overshot the corner or maybe had help going into turn 1 there to spin out.
Back under caution once again. Pace car. Well, at least we're getting our money's worth. Pace car driver. Getting a lot of laps in here. Maybe he'll hop in a super late. There's a lot of experience down that front stretch. You're going to see lights on the pace car coming on here shortly. Maybe next time around. Going to stack it back up. Go for it again.
I do believe we have, at least according to time and scoring, we currently have 4 cars off the track, which would be Adam Holston, the 02, Dylan Brumley, that 17, who's had a very rough race, 99 of Brandon Williard, and the 24 of Devin Lyons, all off the track.
You're going to see single filed out. Race control opting to use the single file option. Try to get this race finished here. We're back green. Great jump here for the 04.
Great corner, pulling that gap already a little bit there. The 69 has anything in that car left to try to catch the 04 of Barnes, who's been just a masterclass of the field tonight. Final lap, white flag down the back stretch. It looks like he's going to have a gap. We see a spin there in the background.
State Billings, that's the 14.
Off turn 4, Luke Barnes is going to be your winner at Kern County.
Domination tonight here in the Golden State of California, here in Kern County. Luke Barnes gets it done tonight. The first Legends, the second new Legends winner. We've had 2 winners this so far in the series. First 3 won by the same driver. See the 04 gonna burn it down here. And what a win, and he deserves to smoke down those tires tonight after a dominating performance.
Let's say 100%. Even through all of those restarts, he was able to keep that car out front and not a scratch on it, it looks like. Great race there, Luke Barnes. But we cannot forget the 69 of Andrew Schob. He stayed up there the whole time too and was able to try to make a fight for that lead. Still, P2 is not a bad spot.
JT McNulty in third.
30,
Where did he come from?
The 30 up 8 spots from the start to get that 3rd position. Great race there for the 30.
I'm going to see here after 57 laps at Kern County Raceway, Luke Barnes comes home with the win. Andrew Shobi, I don't know if he's actually from Djibouti. That's a question I'm going to have to ask him because I'm interested. Finishes second. JT McNulty in third. Nicholas Walthorne, Ryan Hudford round out your top 5. Alex Young, Elijah Maupin, Dominic Rossi. Good comeback drive by there by the 42. John Ullman, Travis Bennett, Steven Addison, Lauren Vincent, Brad Collier, Dave Billings, Chris Taylor round out your lead lap cars. Then we got Jonathan Giarchi, Adam Holston, Brandon Willard, Dylan Brumley, and Devin Lyons rounds out your 20 car field here in Kern County Raceway. Time for some post-race interviews. Let's bring in third place after an amazing comeback drive. It's going to be JT McNulty. Let's bring him in. JT, it's Robert McKay and Colin Grace here in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear.
What a comeback drive. You had a lot of incidents early on in the race. Just couldn't find your rhythm, kept spinning out, kept getting involved in cautions. And then somehow you finished third. Walk us through that.
Yeah, it was a wild one. Got caught up in a few things early on, and just from there on, just try to keep my nose clean and got some breaks.
Yeah, and the racing gods definitely prevailed in your favor tonight. The last 3 laps, how did stacking them back up kind of help you make your way to the front?
I was actually third on the restart there, so just kind of gave me a clearer path. Didn't have to worry about the outside line, and everybody all night was dive bombing, so it just made it a little bit smoother.
Yeah, well, miss the chaos. You come home. What a comeback drive. Go celebrate. Hopefully we'll see you for the street stocks or for the super lates, but if not, we'll see you next week.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Of course. Finishing in the second position, he tried everything he could. He threw everything at the 04, but it didn't work, but he still finishes second. Let's bring in Andrew Schob. Andrew, it's Robert McKay and Colin Grace here in the GFRN broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do. How's it going?
It's going good. Going better for you. Finishing second. Not able to beat Luke Barnes. He had a dominating night, but nevertheless, how does it feel to come home here with the second?
Oh, it felt good. It was fun to, run that green-white checkered about 20 times, set up and pass about 20 times, and then the one time it goes through, I don't get the setup. But it's how it goes, right? It was pretty fun.
Yeah, you did good tonight. You had a great battle there with the 66 of Elijah Malpin before he made that mistake on one of the restarts there at the end. Not sure which one. But yeah, overall, great night. Got a question for you. Are you actually from Djibouti, or is that a joke?
Yeah, it's home country. Lived there growing up as a kid. Shout out mom and dad. Yeah, great food, great people.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's
pretty cool.
Repping the international here at Kevin Harvick's Kern County Raceway. Definitely looks. I was reading through the list, and it's United States, Djibouti, United States, United States, United States. I just wanted to ask. That's awesome.
Yeah. Question for you: do you know where Djibouti is?
My AP Human Geography teacher would be very mad at me.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's a good place.
Is it? I'm not even gonna say because I'm gonna humiliate myself. Hopefully we'll see you for the super lates, but if not, we'll see you next week. Take care and congrats.
You too. Appreciate it. See ya.
And last, but certainly not least, Luke Barnes. Luke Barnes, second new winner here in 4 rounds, and you did it in such a dominating way. Congrats on the win, and how's it feel?
Feels awesome. That was a fun race. Other than the end there, I was just ready to be done, honestly.
Yeah, me and Colin were saying that here in the booth. How frustrating was it just having to stack them back up again and again and again, and just you can't get it over with?
Yeah, it was miserable, but I will say I really respected the guys that were behind me for all those restarts, and nobody ran over me. So
yeah,
really appreciated that for sure.
Well, you dominated. You came home with the win. Go celebrate. Hopefully we'll see you for the super lates, but if not, we'll see you next week. Take care.
I'm in here. Alrighty. I'll see ya.
See ya. Colin, what a race. And now I'm looking forward to the super lates. Gonna be the big track, but it's gonna be interesting to see how these drivers tackle it.
Definitely, it's going to be completely different, bigger track, different cars, totally different lines, obviously, because the track's going to be different. I'm really curious to see how that race goes, but I do want to give a quick shout out to our 4th place finisher, the 054 of Nicholas Walthorn. He gained an entire 15 spots to finish in that P4 position, so great race there for that 4th place guy. I always love pointing out a couple of the drivers outside your top 3, because obviously everyone celebrates a podium, but it's always nice to see the other drivers who had great races. Yeah,
absolutely. John Ullman, he was involved in a ton of wrecks. He gains 5 spots from where he started. He finishes 9th. Lauren Vincent, he was involved in a ton of wrecks, right? He was involved in the 17 airborne wreck. He gains 8 spots from where he started. He finishes 12th. That's going to be it for us for now. Here for the Legends cars. We'll see you in about half an hour for the super lates. If not, hopefully we'll see you Thursday for the Burnt Rubber Racing Association Cup Series as they tackle on their first road course of the season, being Portland International Raceway. We'll see you later tonight, maybe Thursday, or maybe even next week. If so, take care and we'll see you then.